I don't know any languages but English. Oh, I can speak in tongues.
What's that?
I know my heavenly language, huh?
What's speaking in tongue?
Are you not like a Christian? Like, what's your religion?
Oh, like you talking about like
Yes.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm a Christian, but not to that extent. Like, I mean, that sounds horrible. I am a Christian, but I do not speak in tongue. And when you were, I was thinking something. I'm a Harry Potter fan, so when you were saying speaking in tongue, I was definitely thinking like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
Well, wait. You said because you're a Christian or not a Christian, that sounds bad.
No.
People who aren't Christian aren't bad people.
Well, no, that's not what I was saying. I was, because I didn't know what you meant by speaking in tongue, that I am a Christian, but fuck it. I can't even get it out.
Even if you don't speak in tongues, it is in the Bible. So that's why I said, are you not a Christian? Because even people who don't agree with speaking in tongues.
Okay, when you said you were speaking in tongue, I was thinking something totally different. And then when you were like church, and when you had brought it back to the church, then that sounds so dumb right now.
What was
on my mind was Harry Potter speaking in tongue to the snakes, because I'm such a dork, like for real. So the first thing that came to my mind was being a dork. It wasn't about the church. And then when you was like, speaking in tongue, something like how Cookie Tookie does with like the Ishalakandala.
Well, you said that.
That's the shit that I thought. That's what I was thinking, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
But you do know where she got it from.
The church shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see how you brought that home, though. Okay, yeah.
I'm just clarifying that we're on the same page.
Nah, I told you I was gonna look at it. See, look,
oh no. I'm closing it. I'm closing the MacBook. I will go by my timer to see how much time we have so I can keep abreast of the time. And did you clap while I was clapping?
I did it. I was like on cue, so go ahead, do it again.
It was not on cue.
Mm-mm. Go ahead. Gotta do it afterwards. I can't do it at the same time you do it. I don't want to steal your shine. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about stealing my shine.
Okay, well, you want to do it at the same time? Let's do it.
It's already done.
Well, we can redo it over and over again. This is cute. Come on. Damn, it was still off.
Are you sure?
Yeah, wait. wait. 1, 2. Got it. See, look.
Oh my gosh, you're driving me crazy already. What's up, guys? We are back. Well, I'm back. I'm saying we because the church was introduced to you on my vlog of the G-Status ATL Hustle Reunion, and they had been begging and asking for Caleb to come to the church. And I think you saw yourself in the vlog.
Yes, I did.
And you mentioned that you wanted to become a part of the congregation.
And I definitely wanted to become a part of the congregation, because after I saw that vlog, I was like, this is something that I have to know about. This is something that I have to be a part of. And I just thought it was awesome. So I was like, yeah, let me hit up top and see what's it giving.
Yes, and I'm glad you shared that because I just told you when you arrived that the church thought you were being shady when you said in the vlog you didn't know who I was. You said, what church, who church? And I defended you in my live, letting them know that you were not being shady. Some people just don't know who we are.
Right, and I was being candid. I thought I was being candid. I don't ever want to come off like that. That is not, I promise you, that's not me. A lot of people have that connotation about me that I come off a little arrogant.
Yeah.
And sometimes that I come off a little snooty, and I promise you that's not me. I can be like that if you give me that. But if the energy is great, and the energy was great when I met you,
Yeah, definitely.
then I definitely wanted to, reciprocate that. And so when you said that to me, I was like, "No, love, I really don't know. Tell me more about it."
You
and
did.
I stopped everything I was doing. I was like, "Tell me more about it."
Yeah, that's why I was confused, because not only did you stop, you also pulled up Instagram, told me to follow myself from your Instagram, all of that. So I don't know how the church missed it. I do know that they're overprotective of me.
And I would be too. I mean, you have a whole brand, and if it's, look, hey, they're doing right. They are doing
They
right.
are, but I know how people view me sometimes and misjudge me. So I'm very sensitive to when people that I know who would be defensive of me do it to others.
Well, I just appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to kind of like clear my name and hang out. That's awesome. So
yes, and I also had to bring you here because I think that it is safe to deem you as probably one of the most attractive men in Atlanta, if not the state of Georgia.
Now you're really just trying to boost my head.
I'm not. Oh my gosh.
I was sitting before he came. I said, oh, this is first and foremost. Let me say, when I walked in here, I was like, oh, this is a real production. I'm always amazed when I come to people's establishments, because this is an establishment, and I see that there's a real production, and this is beautiful. Ty, I really like the way you have the house stage, and I like the way that you have your production stage. It's beautiful. So when I walked in here, I was looking around. I was like, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be good. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, and so.
And wait. I also mentioned, I didn't mean to cut you off. I also mentioned, I said, well, all these damn lights. I said, shit, I need to invest in some makeup or something to get these blemishes off my face, because I was like, I'm scared to get in front of all these lights.
And I told him that I come on fresh faced, so he has to come on fresh faced, especially because I can't deem you the most attractive man in the state of Georgia, and then you have a full face of Mac.
Mac. What was it? What foundation number?
You're probably NC30. I mean, it's NC41, maybe.
Yeah, I was just gonna give a
maybe
number.
NC40.
But yeah,
I think I'm NC44.
So a little fun fact about me: I love to drink, and he had alcohol here, so that's
yes. The church knows I don't really drink.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I'm not against it. I just don't feel the need. Like,
well, my mind has to be elevated sometimes.
Well, drinking puts me to sleep.
It does. I was a little tired because I told you before I came out, I've been ripping and running around Atlanta. That's why I have on athletic wear. And I had been drinking a little bit too. So I went over to my son's mom's house, and I was lying down on the couch, and I was like, God damn, I'm tired. I said, get up. And I went to Waffle House. I offered him some Waffle House, but he didn't want any.
I don't like Waffle House.
And I'm an Atlanta native, so everybody loves Waffle House.
And I'm from the north, so if I was gonna have something that disgusting, I would probably choose IHOP over.
IHOP is disgusting. IHOP doesn't even have real eggs, so how can you even choose IHOP over Waffle House?
Because at least IHOP seems to be cleaner than the Waffle House.
That just depends on the Waffle
never
House.
seen a clean looking Waffle House.
Well,
ever.
It depends on the side of town. The side of town that I stay on now, the Waffle Houses are clean, but the side of town that I grew up on, the Waffle Houses are definitely a little
on the grungy side.
On the grungy side, how you said it.
Yes. So everyone knows that you were the host of G Status ATL Hustle, or the co-host along with Trinity.
The beautiful, incomparable Trinity.
And I must say that I feel like you and Trinity did a great job.
She did an awesome job.
You did as well.
Well, I mean, I'm complimenting her. I wouldn't have been as good as I am if it weren't for her. So I definitely think that the two of us both did an awesome job, but she did a superb job. Because a lot of people, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
A lot of people don't see it, but she was like, no, Caleb this, Caleb that. I'll go ahead and say this. And because I was looking down sometimes and I was like, that was my first time hosting. So I didn't, but I had been in front of a camera before. I'd been in front of a live audience before. And she just kind of helped me get it together.
Well, I have to say that I was proud of you guys, only because I was the one who was anticipated and expected to be the host.
Oh.
So you probably don't know this, but every question that you read, I created. Those were my questions.
Well, those were great questions.
Now, my fear was with somebody having my questions is because I do interview and I do watch the shows and interview the cast, I told Josh, I said, I can only do but so much. It's going to be up to them to have the right rebuttal question because when it comes to interviewing and hosting, I can say
to be popcorn.
Yes.
Definitely have to be
because
popcorn.
somebody can, twist their response to not answer the question, talk in circles. So
and you have to have control. And Trinity
Yes.
and I think that we did a great job at that. And I've heard other people in their feedback with regard to the way that she and I were going back and forth with the cast members, but you definitely have to let them know that you're in control. And you have to do it in a respectful but a little shady way.
Yes.
But then it's still like, I'm here to host. I'm here to make sure that the show flows and the show continues to go.
and be entertaining still.
And still be entertaining. And I think she and I did an awesome job.
Yeah, I'm proud of you guys. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah,
really
I was very
appreciate
happy.
it.
I was sitting there. I think my most favorite question that went over everybody's head, but of course you guys knew the punchline, was when Sherrod was asked about the last time he had sex with a trans woman. That was all me. That was literally all me, because I'm like, okay, we gotta lighten the mood
it up a
here
little
and
bit,
there. And between that was one of my most favorite
And
funny
she's such
moments.
a sweet girl, the girl that was featured in this show.
Yes, delicious.
I've met her once before because I was working with another friend of mine on a different series.
Okay.
And she's a sweetheart. And I saw her this weekend too, so shout out to her.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So that was my most favorite funny moment. Then my most favorite serious moment was Trinity sharing her status and trying to get Corday to understand the severity of what he said.
Yeah.
And I crafted that moment specifically
For that.
because I wanted to give him the opportunity to be able to redeem himself.
And
it's still.
I don't. One thing that I want to do and continue to do is I want to be unbiased.
Correct.
I don't want to pick sides.
People
on
called you
anyone.
biased though in my live earlier today, and I didn't get a solid answer on what you were biased about, but they did say that, and I was wondering, I'm like,
Well, I take constructive criticism really well.
Yeah.
If I was biased, call me out.
Yeah.
And then I will give you my reasoning for that. And if I was, and a lot of times, like I told you earlier, I really don't know. I say things because that's how I feel, or that's just what I've experienced or what I haven't experienced. So if I was being biased if anybody I was being biased for, it's probably Akeem, because when Akeem came out, I was like, you're the one that kept us looking every week. Because honestly,
Yeah.
When I first watched that episode, when Ja reached out to me, I was like, okay, I got to watch this web series. I don't know how this is going to go. And I got it, and I started watching Akeem, and I was like, this shit might be a little entertaining. And
yes.
I was like, okay, so yeah, I was speaking from myself at the time, but I enjoyed every single cast member, because then I realized there were some cast members that I know personally. So yeah, that was awesome. And I forgot the point that I was.
Well, it was about you being biased, and I don't.
Yeah, I want to remain unbiased with my opinion about how Corday responded to Trinity, or how Akeem would respond, Sherrod, any of the cast members. But when Trinity was making that point to Corday, I did want to chime in, and I did want to say something to Corday, but I also didn't want to kind of feel like I was beating on him, because Trinity had made it
Her
a whole
point, yeah.
point. So I said, let's just move along to the next topic.
But what was it that you wanted to say? Because I remember that moment when you were trying to jump in there. Yes.
What I wanted to say is that the reason why HIV is looked at the way that it is because of us. We have got to stop making that a read.
Yes.
I just honestly feel like you have got to stop pointing people because they're HIV positive, or because someone has contracted disease that everyone can get if you're not protecting yourself. It's not like cancer. It's something that people make. You make an honest mistake and you have sex with someone unprotected
It's
in the
very
moment.
easy.
And it could be someone that you're in love with that you contract the disease from.
That's the scariest part, though, because with people making fun of it, because it's not as simple as just being reckless sexually.
Right.
You can be in a committed
10-year relationship. You were telling me you were in a 10-year relationship. I was in a 7-year relationship. You have the next person that could be in a 2 or 3-year relationship. And it takes that one time for your partner or for you to go out and sleep around and contract it from someone who is not taking care of themselves. And then you have that disease and you have to live with it.
Yep.
And then you confide yourself into a friend, and then that friend makes that a read. I think that we, as the Black gay community, because it's not like this in the white community.
No, not at all.
We have to uplift each other, and we don't have to make that a read. That's to me, that's not a funny read, because I was hurt when Trinity said that. When Trinity was like, I didn't know that. I honestly did not know that.
I only found out when I proposed the question to Ja because I said I want to craft this moment, but it needs to go a certain kind of a way. And then when he said, "Oh well, Trinity is actually positive and openly positive," I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's even more perfect for her to be the host for what I was trying to achieve."
Yeah, and so when she was saying that, I like slick kind of wanted to cry a little bit. I was like, "Yo, she's really having a moment." Mm-hmm. And here, it's like you. People say things about people not realizing who's all affected by it in the room.
Yes.
So you have to be cognizant of the things that you say, how you say it, and when you say it. And I feel like that's just not a read that I want to be a part of because I have friends who are HIV positive.
Yes.
Trinity being one of them now that I know. And I don't ever want to be reading John about his status and then not realizing that Jacob next to me, and I'm not, I'm just being hypothetical, is HIV positive, and I'm very close friends with Jacob, or trying to become close friends with Jacob, and I've just read something on what Jacob is living with, and that's just not, to me, that's not cool. So what I wanted to say ultimately is that I want us as the Black gay community to stop reading or to stop talking about people in layman's terms who are HIV positive and try to uplift them and try to give them, because,
And you're right when you say it's us because it's not even a go-to for a Black heterosexual person to use as a read.
It's not. Well, sometimes it is. They're like, you AIDS having ass. Faggot. See, I've never experienced it, but I've read it online.
I've never been in a heterosexual setting or atmosphere, and that was the go-to read.
Well, I've been in a public situation where eyes have been on me publicized, and I have a child. Mm-hmm. So people say the rudest things online, and they make the worst comments that you can think of, and you read certain things that are like that are just like, damn man, why did that person have to say that, or you know what I'm saying? But that's what a lot of heterosexuals, I'm not gonna say a lot, a great sum of heterosexuals do. And most of them are closeted men.
Wait, you mean to us or to each other?
To us, but you were referring to each other.
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't say that about each other.
Yeah, I was saying that's
they
not.
They just try to demean their manhood, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah, because I was gonna. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but that's still them making it about the gay. My whole point is, it's addressed as like it's something gay.
Right. Okay, I get your point.
Yeah.
I like this. I like the chemistry time I have. This is awesome. Yeah.
I had a feeling we had great chemistry based on how we interacted in the vlog. I was like, okay, this is gonna be good.
Cool. Yeah. We'll be able to go back and forth with each other.
Yes. So,
as long as let me tell y'all something else about me. I was drinking the whole time. I have to have liquor. Like that's just my thing. My mom thinks I'm a drunk, and I probably am. Not an alcoholic because I don't go to meetings. So, yeah, that was a joke. So I hope you all laugh. I'm a little corny, don't. Okay, change subject.
I'm trying to find the joke in being an alcoholic.
Well, I'm not really an alcoholic. I just enjoy the drink. I just say that because I enjoy the drink.
Gotcha.
It's not like I'm waking up at 9:00 in the morning. Where's my alcohol? It's just I just enjoy it.
Wait, your voice is deeper in the morning?
Well, I mean, isn't everybody?
No, you're right.
Isn't everybody's? Yeah,
because
a little groggy in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Because I can give you Barry White in the morning.
Nigga, I can too. Yo, you know what is so funny? When I got a lot of homegirls that are transsexuals, and when we be out kicking the shit, I'd be like, man, pass me that drink. Nigga, I ain't giving you shit. And I'd be like, ooh, girl, wait, where did that come from?
Yes, so I decided that since you were going to be here and hang out, that we should play a game to get to know you, since the church wants to know you so badly. And I have decided on the Whisper Challenge. We were given ideas like eat something challenge, where you have to guess, like you blindfold and you guess what you're eating. But I was like, maybe I'll save that for another time.
That's fine. I mean, I'm cool with whatever, so.
Then I would have had to go to the grocery store, and I feel like you should have picked out stuff too. If I was gonna pick out, and then someone said that you cooked with Ts Madison because she's your friend, right?
She is.
So they were like, you guys should cook, and I'm like, well, I don't want to do something that he's done with somebody else.
And I wouldn't have suggested that because I don't ever want to step on her, you know,
Yeah.
on her shoes. That's my homegirl. I love Ts so bad.
Yeah, and that's something that she does regularly, right?
She does that every Thursday at 8 p.m. Color Folk Time. You can tune into her on Facebook. I'm sorry.
No. They know I love her and I respect her.
I respect, and I say this every time. That relationship that I have with Madison is, she to me is like, I've never met someone that has been more genuine and more loving than she is, and I will always speak highly about Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her. I don't know her personally. We have had face-to-face interaction, but it's always been respectful.
Well, you have to come with me one Monday.
That'll be
to her
great.
house. I'll have to let her know that you're coming with me, which I'm sure she wouldn't mind. But
Yeah, because she knows of me, I will say, because she does like my stuff on Instagram and on Facebook. So
you'll definitely have to come one day and check it out. Check out the chateau.
yes, well,
You know?
yeah, let me know.
Yeah. And then maybe you all can do a live segment or something like that, because I'm just
The church
brainstorming.
always asks for that, and I'm like, y'all have to hit her up and let her know and ask her. Now they're probably going to leave it up to you since that's your friend to make it happen.
And that's fine. I don't mind doing that because, like I said, Madison is that's my ace coon. I love her.
Yeah.
So it'd be perfect if you came over one night and we all just shoot the shit. But yeah,
I would love to. Yes, especially before I move.
don't move. Stay here in Atlanta.
Well,
No, but I understand. You told me.
But I may come back though. I may come back. I just have to just start over and make sure that this is where I want to be for myself.
The conversation that you had was a little all too revealing, and I didn't really want to talk about this as much, but I know what it's like to start over and, to be in a relationship and then feel like you have to pick your feet back up.
Yeah.
And then have to get yourself together. So I totally get your reasoning as to wanting to, go back home
And then this is probably going into our game, but I'm 33 and I just told you I was married for 10 years. So that puts me back to
23.
Exactly.
And I'm 30. And I was in a relationship for 7, so I'm at the same age as you.
Yeah, so it's a lot to have been so young in such a committed relationship and needing to find out who I really am.
Yeah, it's, again, starting all over. It's really starting all over and trying to get to understand who you are, what you want, what you like, what you don't like, what you won't tolerate.
Yes, my God.
Let the church say amen. That's when y'all supposed to say amen. I heard it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They about to upgrade you now to guest preacher in a second, my God. About to upgrade you. So
wait, okay, look, let's go back to when we first started this interview.
Yes.
And you said, you asked me, you said you speak in tongue.
Yes.
All right, so I understand. I was raised in the church, but I wasn't in church, but I was in church. So you have the bishop, pastor, and the deacons. Like, how does it work?
Okay, there's different levels of hierarchy. So bishop and apostle is kind of almost neck and neck.
Okay.
But a pastor can be a bishop. So typically, for example, you might have bishop, pastors, the ministerial staff, which can be evangelists or ministers, elders.
And evangelist is usually like the wife, right? She's a woman.
No, evangelist can be a man, because have you ever heard of Benny Hinn?
No. I've always thought the evangelist was like a woman.
No.
Who was a preacher.
No.
Okay.
No. Benny Hinn, I mentioned him because you're supposed to be a Christian, and Benny Hinn is like one of the most world-renowned,
I grew up in a Methodist
televised,
church, and
but
which is still Christianity.
But even your Methodist people would know, because he was on television always. He's an Indian guy.
Yeah.
Humongous ministry. But anyway.
And my dad made sure we were at church every Sunday. I go back to Mississippi where my grandmother is. I'm born and raised out of Atlanta, but my father's from Jackson, Mississippi, and I went to school in Jackson.
Benny Hinn is the guy that would just throw his handkerchief and then the whole...
I've seen that before. I've seen that guy.
We'll fall out.
But what I was saying is, like, I've always been in the church, but sometimes I just don't. I get the word, highlight my scriptures in the Bible, and we talk about it after church. And I go about my business.
Well, so my point was that Benny Hinn is an evangelist.
Okay.
And so evangelist is just someone who is going out to spread the gospel outside of the church. So typically that's why they have the title evangelist, because evangelist comes from evangelizing.
But that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Now, there have been churches that you probably think it's a woman's title because typically they make the women go out and do that type of work.
Which is why I thought most people who I've known to be evangelists have been women. That's why I said that. Yeah. So what I was getting to is like, so what's my title here?
What's your title here?
I'm like you said, the guest pastor that comes in from another church.
You're probably not a pastor since I had to just school you on all this Christian stuff.
Yo, guest speaker.
Guest speaker. If you come back a few times, maybe get to upgrade
we can
give you a title.
Right, okay. Yeah,
anoint you as something.
Anoint me. That was the word I was like, how we do it as Methodists, we sprinkle some water over your forehead, baby. You're baptized, okay?
Yeah, so right now you're just the guest speaker. People think that the deacon is like a low title, but it really isn't depending on the church you go to. Sometimes deacons run the church, especially if the founding pastor or bishop has died. Deacons
I think we had a pastor at, I went to St. Philip. That's off Candler Road in Decatur, Georgia.
Well, every church has a pastor.
Well, I think that was he passed away. So
yeah, but you'd have pastors and deacons as well. Deacons usually lock up the church and things. They usually have the key.
Oh, I was gonna curse. See?
No, you can curse here. We curse here. I curse all the time.
But we're talking about the church. I ain't really want to curse. You know? Look, I gotta make it home now, okay? I have faith. Let's be clear. Yeah. So the S word. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, that's their church then.
Okay. So did I help you out with figuring?
You did help me out. I appreciate it.
Bishop, pastor,
deacon.
No, that's too far down.
Wait.
No, deacon is technically the bottom, depending on.
But you said that deacon was the one with the keys too.
Yeah, you think the people letting people in is the top?
That's true. Well, I mean, I let people into my house and I'm at the top.
Well, we'll get there later. We'll get there later.
Don't let all this fugazi shit where me going back and forth with him like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Look, I can turn this hood shit on real quick, okay? Look,
all right, so I need to make sure you got it though.
I got
Bishop, pastor, elders, ministers, evangelists, deacon, deaconess.
And then the congregation. Well, the choir,
the lay
congregation.
And then the lay members, yes.
Okay, got it.
So. And then apostle is somewhere up in there with bishop. Yeah.
So were you raised in the church?
Of course. That's one of the reasons why I have the bishop title, because technically I would be somewhere going towards that title if I followed my ancestry.
Or followed your family in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So, because my grandfather is a pastor, my stepfather is bishop. My grandmother is minister. She may be a pastor now. My godmother's pastor.
Yeah, your family is like really, really in the church.
My godmother is our apostle. So yeah. So I would be. I was actually a minister. I was a minister when I was a kid.
Were you really?
I was a minister of music, youth choir director, all of that.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that.
Mm-hmm. Preaching everything.
I just sat in the congregation.
A lay member. And then now you're coming here and already want to have a title.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be honest about it?
Damn
you ready for a title?
Damn it.
All right, so I have to let the church know, checking our time, that I feel like I already said it, but then maybe we got sidetracked. I brought you here for us to get to know you, since the church loves you so much.
Thank you. I love the church too. That's why I'm here.
And I did say this because I mentioned the food game. That's how we got on Madison with you cooking. And I said I chose the Whisper Challenge.
Yeah, the Whisper Challenge. Because you were talking about cooking, and then you was like, well, we have to do something because I didn't go to the store. You didn't go to the store.
Yes,
so, yeah.
Yes. So we did do that. Right. He's drunk. I'm not.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. You sure?
I promise you. If I can.
Tipsy?
Not even tipsy.
Yeah.
Maybe I drink.
Okay.
I mean, I can get my white boy on right real quick, and then I mean, when that shit starts getting real lackadaisical, and I start becoming very like, all right, look, nigga, look, what we doing? then that's when it's gonna be like, okay, maybe you got a little bit of too many drinks, but yeah.
All right, so the Whisper Challenge. If you don't know about the Whisper Challenge, It is a game or a challenge on YouTube where you ask each other questions and the person that you're asking puts on headphones. You play music, whatever you want to listen to, and you have to try to guess while you have the music playing in your ears
What they're saying.
what they're saying. And so I thought it would be great for us because since they want to get to know you, I can do questions pertaining to you. And then if you don't get it, once you take the headphones off and I'll tell you what it is, then you can answer the question.
Okay.
So, pretty simple.
So I can play whatever music I want. So we're not guessing the music that I'm listening to.
No.
Okay.
No. That's why I said make sure you have some songs in mind.
Well, I have some songs in mind. I thought we were going to kind of like, yeah. Cool.
All right, so let me check our time here before we start. Okay.
Maybe I should take my hat off now. Saints.
Take your hat off wait, you gotta take your hat off while we're filming because it's not gonna be consistent.
Okay. I thought you were still filming. I'm sorry.
No, I had to press stop and start to make sure that our time was reset. Okay, so our time is reset there. And
How do you know it's still recording?
I just know that when you start it's recording. I'll know that it stopped because if it stops by itself, the camera's gonna make a sound where it clicks off.
Okay. Okay.
But I always do 30-minute segments, so I can always check and stop and make sure and see what's going on. Yep. So, all right. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Yeah, I can go first because I don't know what questions to ask you just yet, and I can at least popcorn off of you because I don't have any questions in queue right now.
All right. So, yours can probably be more fun with me since the church already knows everything about me.
Okay.
Well, I guess you may need to know some things about me too, but.
Well, I mean, from what you explained to me earlier today, when I first walked in, I guess I can kind of pinpoint questions about, and because I don't want to tell you because if I tell you, then I already know what it is. I told you I wasn't drunk. I'm catching up. I'm keeping on now. Look, but from what I'm giving you some type of an example, but that's what I have to pinpoint on.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you wanted to take your hat off, right?
Yes, I'll take my hat off. Since I've never taken my hat off on camera, so now people can see that I'm a baldy.
You had you didn't have your.
I kept my hat on the whole time. I was trying to keep the look going.
Actually, you did put your hat on camera though, because on the promo, you were sitting in the dressing room. You had to grab your hat and put it on.
Yeah. You're right.
I paid attention.
Right. You do. All right.
Pay attention. Well,
kudos.
It depends on who the person is. Some people just don't really care. But
I used to have these. I bought 3 different one of these.
This is my third pair too.
Oh, well, yeah, because they messed up.
Yeah,
And then the third one. After the third one, somebody broke into my truck and stole my book bag, and I just said, fuck it.
Yeah, they're great with sound, but they're horrible with durability.
Yeah,
because the cotton
starts to peel off.
Yes. And then one time, one of the sides, the sound started to go out.
Yeah, the whole side went out. And I was just like, yo, what kind of shit is this, Apple? Y'all putting your name behind this. And
see, now I'm glad it wasn't just me.
No, it wasn't just you. You weren't the only person, I promise you.
Okay. All right. So there are the headphones for you.
All right.
Make sure we're good.
So I'm going to be a little, I want to hear Tokyo Styles. You know who that is?
Yeah.
She's kind of new. She's from Miami.
Tokyo Styles?
Yes.
I know Tokyo Vanity.
Tokyo Jets. Shout out to Tokyo Styles. Yeah, Tokyo. You
is the hairstylist.
That's the hairstylist. I'm thinking about Tokyo Jets. I'm sorry, Tokes.
Okay, Tokyo.
Tokyo. Jets.
Tokyo. I'm trying to spell it right.
Okay. There you go.
Wait,
right there, the first person.
Okay.
Bam. And you can actually play, no, we're going to play Baller Alert with Cash Doll.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, but I can see your lips.
Are you sure you can't hear me?
I'm actually kind of half deaf too, so I really can't hear you. I'm looking for a baller. And this is gonna look so weird. I'm talking loud too, aren't I?
That's why
I'm sorry.
You about to mess up our audience.
Hold on. I can't hear myself talking loud.
No, that's
Okay,
funny. That's fine.
All right.
That's fine. Okay. So,
Focused.
all right. So you ready?
Look, when you ask me these goddamn questions, you better articulate your mouth so I can at least read, okay?
Okay.
Because I talk with a little country twang sometimes, so I need to make sure.
I may not get it then if you don't enunciate or pronunciate properly.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Are you single? That was easy.
You said, are you... Wait. Do it again.
Are you single?
Are you serious? What the fuck? Wait.
I'll give you one more chance.
Okay, one more. I got that part.
Okay. Are you single?
I missed it. You said, are you...
Single.
Oh, am I...
That was so easy. I just knew I was giving him like the easiest question ever.
And this is actually one of the questions I didn't want to answer, but I'm not single, but I'm single, but I'm not single, but I'm single. I am talking to someone. He and I have been talking for quite some time. I like this person. He likes me. We like one another. It's the only person I'm talking to. And it's just really organic right now, and I don't want to put a title on anything.
Gotcha. Why didn't you want to? Oh, that's why you didn't want to answer it.
Right. I didn't want to, bring. The reason why I didn't want to say anything about it is because this song is dope. I fucking love that song. Shout out to Tokyo and Cash Doll. Y'all killed that shit. Because I have been very public with my private life, period. And this time around, I don't want to be public with anything that I'm doing privately. And I told myself on my way here, I said, if he asked me anything about me being fucking with any nigga, I'm gonna be like, we'll talk about that off camera, baby.
Hold on.
See, look, look.
Hold on. I need the church. Okay, Mom, Caleb is in the midst of filming, and I want everybody to know what you just asked him. What did you just call him while we're filming to ask him? What his take is on Cardi B and Offset.
Now look,
I love it.
Hold on.
I love it though.
I'm from Atlanta. She's from Memphis, Tennessee. She actually knows some of these people, so it's like, she want to know what my take is on it for real, and I told her what my take is on it. He also wants to know what you just called me a second ago.
I did. I just called you a minute ago. Why?
No, you said what did you just call me?
Yeah.
Oh, I said you my girlfriend.
Yes.
You call me back when you free.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Like,
Call me back.
bye.
Okay, bye.
That's your biological mom.
That's my mother.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's my mother.
Let
me tell you something. I've always said this. Anybody that comes into my life, 95% of the people who have came into my life and have met my family, because I'm very with like, oh yeah, you meet my family. My family is so open. They love everybody.
Yeah.
You can be the most butchest of the butch lesbian and the most gayest of the gay man. Flamboyant, butch, they love you. And you come around to family gatherings, and it'll still be like love. If my family doesn't like you or you don't like my family, it's something definitely wrong with you.
Gotcha.
Because you see how my mom,
like
my mom was just like on the phone and she's so comfortable. She's gonna talk to you like that. Like, girl, what's up, girl? Give me the tea, sis. Like, bitch, what's good? She'll say all of that. All of that.
And one, let me clap so we can get back on track.
Wait, 1, 2. See?
It wasn't.
Wait. 1, 2.
I feel like it was off.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Yeah. So we took a break. Well, we didn't take a break. Camera battery died.
Right.
Had to re-up.
And I was like, let me call my mom because I saw her calling. And she worried. She gets my location. I share my location with my mama. I'll share my location with mother. And sometimes she'll be like, yo, where are you at? Where? I've never seen you. So I called her back. And she just wanted the gossip.
When I tell you I loved every bit of it, I was like, hold up, wait. Let me press record because the church needs to see, hear, and know how cool you and your mom are.
Man, my dad is just as cool, though.
Really?
My dad is just as cool. He doesn't do all the gay antics.
Yeah,
and
but
he'll
still.
never call me anything but his son. But my dad will sit up and cut the shit with you too. And I mean, I promise you, you can come over to my house on a Sunday and we barbecue and we eat my parents' house on a Sunday, barbecue and eating. All of my family's there and everybody is just, you want to play spades? Let's play spades.
Yeah, I wanted to catch that moment because we don't see that as often in our community with parents being so accepting and loving unconditionally of their children and who we are. I never say our lifestyle because I'm like, it's not a style of living, but
it's a great thing.
Who we are.
That's a good point that you put up, and I'm glad that you said that because I came out to my parents almost 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I don't remember. It was back in 2011, so 7 years ago. And when I came out to them, my father, I remember him vividly stating, you know, son, I'm disappointed in you.
okay.
And so when he said that to me, the first thing that he said, I was like, oh man, shit, he finna be one of them dads that disowns me, don't wanna fuck with me because I'm gay. He was like, I'm disappointed because I thought our relationship was a lot tighter. You could have been said this to me and we could have been really kicking the shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have known how to relate to you.
Wow.
But you didn't do that. So I know where my shortcomings are as a father. We need to go out more.
Because
and when I tell you that shit like
blew you away.
Blew me the fuck away. And it's so funny though because my best friend, the girl that you saw that was
Keena. Mm-hmm.
Keena has
who was a member of the church, my God.
Keena has been
She knew who we were, but you didn't.
I mean, I'm sorry. Keena has been gay since 12. Like out with it.
Okay.
Keena had a whole closet in my house. That's how cool my parents are. My parents are like, yeah, I know your mom's not really too accepting of it, but you can come down here and be whoever you want to be. Mm-hmm. So
they embraced her.
Yes, very much so embraced her. She had a whole closet in my house. And I forgot the point that I was getting at just that quick.
Well, you were sharing with us how open and receptive, accepting your family is and your parents.
My dad was. So, you know, and he referenced that point. And he was like, yo, Keena been doing what she been doing for years. So, nigga, you could have been, you know what I'm saying, if that's what you wanted to do. All you had to do was talk to me. And, you know, but, you know, I'm my dad's namesake. I'm a third. My son is a fourth. My dad is a second.
Okay.
So I felt like, you know, I got to be this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to let my father down, especially carrying his name. So it was kind of hard for me to come out. But I did. My family has been very accepting. They've been very receptive. They embrace everybody that I get into a relationship with, if I choose to get into a relationship with that person. And it's been awesome. Yeah, so.
I'm excited about this already. Like, It's so funny because you came in saying, oh, we're going to have fun. But you also acknowledge our chemistry. And when you have chemistry with somebody,
you just want to keep going.
Yeah.
And when you told me 30 minutes, I was like, yeah, we're going to be sitting for an hour. And it's fine. I have nothing to do.
I like Caleb, but I was like, okay, what are we going to have to talk about? Because you're not on a reality web series.
No, I'm not.
You always say you're just a regular
schmegular nigga. And before anybody else was saying that, I've been saying that. Like, I'm a regular schmegular nigga from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah. Okay,
so back to the game. This is going to be interesting editing because it's probably going to be in its
very raw.
Rawest form.
No pun intended. Very raw, baby.
Oh, God. Come on. Here, I'll put on the headphones now so you could.
I should play a song that I like instead of you playing a song that you like. So let's fuck it up a little bit. I think I'm going to play a little bit.
So I'm supposed to play songs now for you that I like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And think I should be able to try to, when you first put it on, I might even try to guess what it is. Like, oh, who is this? We'll see.
You won't be able to guess. Let me tell you why.
When you played that first song that I was looking at, I was like, I don't know who the hell that is.
Well, that's new. Oh. So I don't even really know it. That's Lyrica just released an album last week. You know who Lyrica is?
Yeah, I know who she is. I watched a little bit of Love and
Hip Hop Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah, that actually this Hollywood season was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like her music a lot.
Wow, her mom can sing too.
Her mom can sing, but she oversings. But okay. Oh yeah, there you go. It's unlocked. All right.
I'm gonna play the most hated female in hip hop right now.
Oh gosh.
So I'm gonna play her since don't nobody like her, and I'm gonna play the hardest motherfucking song that any female and dropped all year. You dig, nigga?
I don't really hate her though.
You don't hate her? You like her?
Huh?
You like her?
I don't hate her.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So my question is gonna be a little bit serious,
Okay.
y'all. So can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, I can't. I can read your lips. I can't hear you.
Okay. What was the breaking point?
Say it again.
Okay. What
What?
was
What?
no? What was
What?
Okay, start over.
Okay.
What
All I see is what.
that's good.
Okay.
Was
I'm so bad at reading lips.
was how am I doing this right? Was like yo was
All I know is what.
what was the breaking
What was? Okay.
the breaking
Breaking
point?
point
What was the breaking point?
of my relationship?
Yes. And I'm talking about the 10-year one. I'm not talking about this little rebound. I'm talking about the 10-year one.
Oh my gosh. So the church is going to probably gag that you called it a rebound too.
Yo,
The church is going to gag that you called it a rebound relationship. Although they know my pastor already said it was such as well. So, and she's like my godmother, my spiritual mom. So, which he says is usually right. So you're spot on. The breaking point with my 10-year marriage. The breaking point was after the third reconciliation. Was that the third? 1, 2, 3. The third? Maybe it was the second. I feel like it was the third reconciliation. Definitely gave it my all, changed my behaviors, encouraged therapy, and then found out that there were lies even with going to therapy. And I think the real breaking point was when he was going to therapy for his own issues first. Then I was implemented from a marital counseling standpoint. And then when I arrived, the therapist, and I was sharing some stuff, the therapist said, hold up, this is a whole new Corey that we have. Oh, I didn't mean to say his damn name. This is a whole new person.
is that with an E?
This is a whole new person that I've never seen. And it threw me off because it kind of let me know that he wasn't being transparent.
The whole time.
And you were going to therapy for almost 8 months without me for your own well-being. And then now the therapist is just now seeing this other person. And I realized it stemmed from when you're in therapy, if you're not really going for yourself, he only went because I encouraged it, not because he necessarily chose to go.
Yeah, I felt like he needed to go.
So when you're not going because you choose to go and you're going for somebody else, you're not going to be as transparent.
Right.
And so it's easy to go and go through the motions and tell the therapist whatever you want to tell them without somebody there saying, wait, that's not what happened. And so when I came and I was sharing what happened and some of the issues, and the therapist was like, okay, yeah, I know that this sounds accurate based on how my ex was responding. And and so
that was a straw on the camel's back.
Yeah, because
because you felt like you didn't know who he was and who you had been dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like the person that you had fell in love with.
Not just that, if you can lie to the therapist when that's supposed to be the impartial party, like people always say, the one great thing about going to see your therapist is that you get to talk to somebody who is impartial, doesn't know you, can't judge
Unbiased.
you, and you can share every single thing with them. And so for the therapist to be thrown off, I was like, okay, this is not working.
Yeah, I've had those therapy sessions before, and I understand. You tell the therapist damn near everything. Well, everything, and then they kind of mediate between the two of you all how to come to a common ground in a sense.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
But if both people aren't being transparent, even in therapy, you really aren't solving problems.
And to be honest with you, and this is a what kind of point can I say this can be? This is a learning lesson. Well, not necessarily a learning lesson, but an FYI. We'll say that.
Okay.
Therapy is okay. Therapy is definitely okay. I encourage people to go to therapy. Mental illness is something serious.
Yes.
I've gone to therapy. He just admitted that he's going to therapy. I've done couples therapy. You really do, when you are sitting down in front of a therapist, are able to speak your truth. And with no judgment, because when I've done couples therapy, I have said, the person that I was doing therapy has said, both of us have said some very crazy shit. And that person, the therapist, is just like, okay, well, how did that make you feel type shit? And then you'd be like, well, damn, how did it make me feel? And it kind of opens you up.
Triggers,
it gives you something that you thought was uncomfortable to talk about. You're finally talking about it, and it kind of gets that off of your chest, and that's an important thing. So shout out to your mental illness, and I think that it's very not shout out that you're mentally ill or anything like that, but
Well, I think everybody has some type of mental health concern, because depression and anxiety is very common.
And I was depressed earlier this year, and so I know that if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone, because every time I look at my son, my depression or anything that I feel like could have depressed me goes away for that short moment or that short time. But then I'm brought back into my reality, and I'm like, damn, I need somebody that I need to talk to about what's going on with me mentally or internally to kind of, get that out. And so I'm glad that you brought up therapy, because it's very important and no one should shy away from it.
I'm glad that you actually shared about how focusing on your son takes away for a moment, because I think when it comes to mental health, people always attack, bash, or drag people who have committed suicide, and they're like, oh, they were so inconsiderate of their children. But when it comes to mental health and being in a state of depression or anxiety, you're not necessarily rationalizing.
You never know the demons that people are dealing with internally. Like, people can be going through so much, and then they put on this big, beautiful smile, and then they're like the most prettiest or the most gorgeous person that you have ever seen. You don't see a flaw in that person, and you just don't realize what they see when they look in the mirror. Mental illness is real, and I definitely think, because I've had a friend that has committed suicide, and has written a letter of how they felt and what they were going through. And so when I think of mental illness and I think of how it affects people, it's very important that we go seek therapy. It's very important that we talk to somebody, even if it's just a friend, but even better when you talk to a therapist.
Yes.
And a lot of people also don't know this, and I'm not trying to be like a mental health advocate. I just told you, I had someone that, when I can relate to things that have happened to me personally. Your jobs offer it. It's called Employee Assistance Program. A lot of employers offer an option for you to actually go seek help when you are feeling a certain type of way.
I agree. Yeah.
So just a real moment for a second.
Gotcha. Well, the church will appreciate that, because they know I share openly, regularly about mental health. Because I still battle with depression and anxiety.
And we all do, though, and that's honestly not a bad thing. Like I said earlier this year, I had a low moment, and we were talking about this earlier in the sense where, you were getting out of a relationship and you have to pick your feet back up. That's depressing.
Yeah,
that's very fucking depressing. It's like getting a rug under a table set snatched from underneath you, and that's your foundation. When you have that foundation ripped from underneath you, you kind of like, damn, where's my balance? And so any person who has built up a kingdom and sees that kingdom crumbling, but in front of their eyes, and they have no control of it, but they know it's best that they walk away from it, it can be depressing. So
you're about to make me cry.
No,
let me say, make me cry. No, and the church is going to love this, because they have defended me against so many trolls who get so focused on why is he still so hurt? Why is he still upset about this marriage or that relationship? And it's like
10 fucking years. 10 years. Look, bruh.
they wanted the to be over in
no,
days.
you can't be. Okay, you can be over it. You know, everybody deals with things differently. It depends on how it ended and what the two of you all went through. Nobody's ever gonna know that, but the four walls of the house that you all had. That.
Exactly.
First, let me say this. First, I am not a fucking therapist. I am not a relationship expert.
And you're not a life coach.
And I'm not a life coach. Okay? Let me say that.
Because they're going to be mad if you're a life coach.
I'm none of those things. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're all right.
I speak on my experiences and I give my opinion.
No, well, the reason why I said that you're going to make me cry was because a lot of times people who are trolls and comment negatively comment off of things that they have not experienced. And so it's easy to judge or tell someone to move on or don't. Exactly. But for you, having had a long-term relationship, it also being a same-sex relationship,
it was.
You know, you what you're saying is pretty much how I felt, even with your analogy of your kingdom or your family or your house and you're pulling the rug underneath of it and you're falling apart. Like, it's not even about the other person. It's also about your dreams, goals, and aspirations that you saw for yourself. And
they crumbled.
Yes.
They crumbled.
Yes.
It was what you have been, and it's not about the other person.
No.
And let's be clear, it's not about the other person. It's definitely about the goals, the aspirations, the dreams that you've dreamt. They all, okay, my dream, and I can only talk about my life, is that I wanted a big house. I wanted a family. I wanted to be married in a sense. And I wanted to have, how can I put this? I wanted to have that. We'll say that. I wanted to have that. And I had it. I had it. I had a big house. I still do. Contrary to popular belief. I had beautiful kids, and I still do, contrary to popular belief. And I had a lover. And that was everything that I wanted. And mentally, I was fucked up in the head because I was not happy. But I had everything that I wanted in my hands, in the palm of my hands. I had everything that I wanted. And when I saw that it all left me, I knew mentally I'd be happy because I needed to be away from that particular situation because I was not happy in the situation. And again, it's not because of him, it was because of me. And I'm not gonna put anything on him. I'm gonna take full responsibility, full accountability for my actions. I was just not happy with where I was with that particular person. And I'm not talking about any relationship in particular, I'm just saying I wasn't happy.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to be general as possible as I can because I don't want to talk ill on anyone, especially on a recording.
Yes.
But
and people will misinterpret, twist, misconstrue, say you're bashing. I've been through all of that, and I don't think you are. I don't think you are.
I'm not bashing anyone. I wish nothing but love, prosperity.
My therapist said always say happiness, health, and peace over
happiness, health, and peace. And I'm humbly, because look, I have a whole look on my face when I'm speaking from the heart. If I'm not speaking from the heart, it's very much girl. But I wish that humbly. But when you finally get to a place mentally like, okay, I need to be away. I need to be done with it. You're happy on the inside. But then when you finally see it all unfolding in front of your eyes, like, damn, my house is gone. Damn, my kids, where are my kids? Damn, my relationship, damn, it's gone. You know, this is all the shit that I wanted. You'd be like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it kind of hits you like, you know how a car is going 65 miles per hour when it hits a brick wall?
Tell me, this is how this happened.
Right. Well, I'm not saying like, you know, I mean, but you kind of hit a brick wall really fast and you get to a point where like, damn, I like really just lost everything that I've built and everything that I loved and everything that I wanted. But I did it for a better reason. And you have to realize that you did it for your mental health. And I'm bringing this back round circle. You did it for your happiness. You weren't happy in that situation. And if you had begun to stay in that situation, not only would you could have hurt yourself, you possibly could have hurt someone else who didn't deserve to be hurt. And I'm not saying that his actions were not deserving,
I know what you mean,
or he was completely right in everything that he did. And again, I'm not a life coach. I'm not a sex therapist. I'm not a fucking relationship therapist. I'm
No,
none of
you're
those
speaking
things.
from your own
I'm
experience.
speaking
That's
from
different.
my experiences.
Yeah.
Damn, I hate it when I do that because then I lose my train of thought because I'm only a one-track thinker type, talker type dude. But yeah, so you get to a point where you just really have to just do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And so,
But
damn,
you're
edit
right.
all of that out.
No, you were good.
Edit it all out. Edit it
Why?
all out. Because I just...
Your whole point was talking about your mental health and your decisions and choices for you deciding that this is the best thing for you.
And we're talking about you. We're not talking about me.
I know, but you were speaking
I'm
from
just saying.
you're speaking from your experience.
Yeah, but I'm speaking from my experience. Cause like, no, bro, I've done this camera thing before. This is the decade of nigga that's about to come out. I've done the camera thing where I've talked in front of people and I have expressed my feelings, my opinions, my experiences, and it's misconstrued.
Misconstrued.
Misconstrued, whatever.
That's important because we were just playing the whisper challenge.
Right.
And had you said that, I wouldn't have gotten that word.
I don't want people to think that I'm coming at anyone, or I don't want anybody to think that I'm talking negative about anyone because that's not my character. I don't do that shit on camera. I don't. I have nothing but love.
Oh, happiness, health,
and
peace.
And peace for anyone and everyone that I have ever encountered in my past, whether it be platonic, whether it be family, whether it be intimate, all of that. Because I ain't got time for the enemies when I sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just speaking from my experiences, and we all can speak from our own experiences.
Yeah. Well, that's funny too, because when you get on a platform like this, or this is being my platform and I'm sharing, people forget that when you minister to people, when you share things, when you give your opinions, ideals, perspectives, you're usually speaking from your own experiences.
Truthfully.
So it's weird that people sometimes will...
Who the fuck you think you are?
Yeah.
I'm just a person that was actually asked to come on the show and, speak from my experiences. I'm just playing.
Yes. So, yeah, it's interesting though with what you shared because you're spot on with how I felt pretty much in every aspect of my relationship, and then making the decision and choices to find my happiness and be happy. I think that... and
it has not, and again, it has nothing to do with that guy.
No.
Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Or that woman. And I'm trying to be as general as possible. Trying to be general.
Yes.
I don't want to pinpoint on the guy that you mentioned earlier that you said his name and I asked you if it was fucking with you.
And it's your fault I said his name because the church
You see how candid I get with people? I bring it out, baby.
The church will tell you, they were like, Bishop ain't said his name in a good long while.
Yeah.
A good while. So I make sure, because people have tried to say I was bashing in the past. So one thing I try to do is to not say the names, to remove I'm bashing. But the thing is, when you're sharing your story,
and that's the thing, like you want to share your story from your perspective, and everybody is deserving of their perspective, but you want to do it in the most respectful way. I have nothing but respect for any and everybody that I've encountered in my life that has been positive on my life, or that I have, excuse me, and I have been burping because of that damn grease anybody that I've crossed paths with in an intimate setting, or anybody that I've crossed paths with that I've loved, whether it be a friend, foe, now a foe, or a family member in any regard. But you just don't want to come off like I'm bashing or you're bashing that person. You're just speaking from your experiences, so you have to tread lightly with how you say things, what you say, and when you say it, because you don't want to come off like that. And especially in an aspect like this where you have a production set like this, and then it's going to be on a YouTube, or it's going to be on a Facebook or an Instagram, and people have the liberty of writing their comments and giving their own perspective of what they think that you were trying to say, or interpret what you were trying to say, when in all while that was totally not what you were trying to say, which I really hate. If you want to get under my skin, tell me what I was thinking.
Thank you.
If you want to get under my skin, and that's the realest shit. If you want to get under my skin, tell me what I was thinking.
This is why I'm going off in the comment section sometimes.
This is the realest shit. 75%, I'm going to say 75% because a quarter of it, yeah, you might be right. 75% of the motherfuckers that be telling me this is what you were meaning and this is what you were saying and this is your true intentions, I'd be like,
No.
No, that's not what I was trying to say.
Almost the opposite.
Like, and as a matter of fact, bitch, if we were at a fork in the road, well, not a fork in the road. If we were at, you know how when you're driving and you come where it says make a left or a right, and you come to a dead end. I was going left and you went right. Nigga, you was going south, I was going north. We're in totally different fucking directions. So you can't tell me what I was thinking. Now, you have a valid point. If you want to ask me what I was thinking, then I can tell you. And then you can say, well, damn, I interpreted it this way. Well, and then that's when I can rebuttal and say, I apologize. I didn't mean to. And, you know, to what's the word? Come on. To insult you, but those were not my true intentions.
I didn't know you were thinking about the word insult.
Yeah, that wasn't the word, but that word came up. But it was a synonym of the word. Look, come on, nigga. Come on.
Offend?
Well, offend, yeah. Insult, offend, that's the same.
Yeah, we said a synonym. A synonym means the same.
Yeah, insult is a synonym of offend in a sense, is it not? Yeah.
I believe so.
Sounds like it is. Shit. Insulting is offending someone. Right.
Okay, so.
I wasn't an English major.
So, what I was going to say, let me check our time.
We're good on time. If the camera clicks, we know we need to restart it. I'm here.
Yes.
You got me.
But
Ty,
it's not just that. Now, I got to check it to make sure since you said that.
He's got me. That's what that means. See, we started at the beginning with the, come on, we got to do it again.
Oh, God.
1, 2. The first time! Look at God. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Let the church say amen.
A mess. Okay. All right. So what I was saying was making sure we both have audio.
Okay. Yeah.
We do.
I'm so sorry. I've probably been one of the only few people who have come in here
And been all over the place.
Been all over the place.
Yes.
And have completely messed up his audio. We're gonna blame that on the alcohol. Okay.
Are you sure? You said you weren't tipsy though.
I'm not drunk or tipsy, but I'm good.
Okay. So
wait. My people who drink, they know what that means. I ain't tipsy, I ain't drunk, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't drink, so I only know tipsy and drunk. But what I was going to say was, with all of what you shared, the difference between you and I is that you pretty much had the entire family, and I was on the verge of trying to get there. So that was disappointing for me because I feel like even if I left with some children or something, I might be happier.
Well, I mean, and to be honest with you, no. That actually brings more confusion into a situation. I think that you should only, and I'm so grateful for the kids. I'm so grateful for my son. That is going to be like a continuous blessing every day, all day, no matter how I look at it. But that can bring confusion, that can bring turmoil, especially if it's with someone, and I know this sounds crazy because it's two men and two men can't procreate and make a child, but in a sense, in today's time, 2018, you can.
Of course.
But technically, you know what I'm saying? So it can make it a little bit difficult because you'd want to distance yourself from someone who has done whatever or has made you feel whatever, or you feel...
All my clients have, they said, you think you would have been happy with kids? No, you are blessed that you didn't have kids.
And I concur, because when you have a child with someone, you're stuck with that person, and it's not for 18 years. It's for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Because that child has parents. That parent is going to be this Jacob and John, or Jacob and Rebecca. I just be using some of the weirdest fucking names. But yeah, and that's how that works. So you should be happy that you didn't have kids with someone that you didn't want to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's really hard. You know, dealing with someone that you don't want to deal with anymore, that made you feel a certain type of way, and then every Monday you got to deal with that person. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole new relationship, a whole new nigga, or whatever your preference is, a nigga or a bitch.
No, the hardest part would be, in my scenario, when there is a mistress that has received the upgrade.
The nigga you built. The nigga you built.
Yes. So that's the...
no, I'm not even going to
No, because you don't want to...
I almost went there.
I was going to say, you just gave me this whole fuel about...
Shit almost went... Okay,
Yeah.
look.
Okay,
yeah.
back to the game.
The upgrade. Yeah, you're
Back to the
right.
game.
The upgrade.
You have the
yeah.
headphones. Yes, back to the game for a few more tries because they're gonna be like, this.
Church, we're gonna go into a remission. Y'all go ahead and use the bathroom real
Okay.
quick because that's gonna get edited out. All right. Just like so it's my turn.
Yes.
Damn, Caleb, I can't believe I went there.
Are you
Is
on?
it on? Well, press play real quick and see if it's on. Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
Did
All
my
right.
voice elevate?
Yes.
All right. So
Okay.
pick a song and I'm gonna guess it, okay? Don't do no making my way downtown, walking fast.
All right. You're not gonna be able to guess the song.
Damn, I wish I could hear this too.
I'll put the name of it down below since we're just guessing this one.
Your friends are in the other room. Heard every cool thing they said. I know this is this is Lady Gaga. I got the voice. They're just trying to be cool. So I wrote this song in my head. Don't know the name of the song, but I love A Star Is Born. Is this off A Star Is Born?
Yes.
Oh, well, I was kind of on there. So this is Lady Gaga. This is off the soundtrack of Star Is Born. I sound like I'm plugging motherfuckers, like for real, for real. So this is Lady Gaga off A Star Is Born. You guys gotta check the movie out. It's in theaters now.
It's not in theaters anymore.
I'm just talking. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's gone now.
So let me see what.
It's called Hair, Body, Face.
When I tell you that movie was so goddamn good, man, it made me cry a little bit.
Oh, you saw the movie?
Yeah, I saw the movie. I saw the movie about 2 months ago or a month ago, something like that.
Yeah, I think about 2 months ago. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Turn it up, because I'm going to be...
Woo!
right.
Get on the chair. Okay. All right.
You ready to ask me a question?
Are
Are
you
you
bisexual?
bisexual? Got that one.
Is it loud enough? It's not loud enough.
No. I really got that when I read your lips on that one. I was expecting that question. So look, let me tell you, this is actually good that you said that. So I had my child through having sex, but that's actually tied through what we were just talking about.
Your relationship? Your relationship with the guy?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an interesting story that I don't want to divulge in.
Okay. I'm glad you said you don't want to because
No,
I'm
I
like,
don't.
you actually had sex, intercourse.
If you Google my name, you will find out everything you need to know about me, and that's for real. And that's not me like. You'll find out because it's been in papers and shit like that.
Gotcha.
So, because I don't want to feel like I'm beating a dead horse, and I don't want to disrespect anybody. I don't want to disrespect Caleb's mom, and I don't want to that's my son. I don't want to disrespect whom I was in a relationship with for a long time, who played an intricate part in that. And we're talking about my child.
Of course.
I have to say, when we were talking about my child, because I don't want anything to be. This is not ambiguous in a sense. I don't want anything to be misinterpreted. So, am I bisexual? I like to bust a nut. Period. If I find you attractive, we gonna bust a nut. So, I mean, and that could be a male or a female.
So that means you're bisexual.
I don't necessarily think that I'm bisexual, though. I think that when you put chocolate into milk, it becomes chocolate milk. I identify as a gay man. I'm a gay man. I am very much so gay. But I do not mind having sex with women. I will have sex with women. I don't mind eating pussy. I don't mind eating pussy and sucking dick at the same time, to be quite honest with you. But I'm not bisexual. I would rather be with a man. I don't want to be with a woman. I want to be with a man.
Okay.
That sounded so country.
You did when you said Maine.
Man.
Now, I partially get what you're saying. You kind of cleared it up.
Yeah.
Because I get what you mean when you say you would prefer to be with a man. I get that part. But is bisexuality meaning who you prefer to be with? Or is it the fact that you enjoy?
I think bisexuality is a cover of a label for people who don't want to admit that they are gay. But that's how I've always presumed of the definition of bisexuality. So I don't like to identify as bisexual because I'm not bisexual, and I'm going to continue to say that. I don't have sex with women every week. I don't have sex with women every month. And I'm just being honest with you.
No, because the church, something just dropped in my spirit, and y'all are going to love this man after you heard this.
What?
Because I'm going to have to go there for a second. I just have to, just for the sake of this conversation and what you're sharing. People would get upset when I would film with my ex, not the husband, the most recent ex, because he would always proclaim how bisexual he is, And my confusion in that was, you seek after men. You want to be married to a man. You haven't had sex with a woman in over 15 years.
I've had sex much
more recent, and you're still
identifying as a gay man. I'm a gay man. Like I said, I'm gonna put it like this. To me, gay is a blue dye, and heterosexuality is water. When you put the blue dye into water, what color does the water turn? Blue. So when a heterosexual man dibbles and dabbles, and that's women too. I'm not sexist at all. I think when a woman starts eating pussy, baby, you're gay. Period. Because you have to be attracted to the same sexuality. That has to get your pussy wet. A nigga get your dick hard, baby boy, you're gay. Period. And that's what you identify as. To me. That's just my opinion, speaking from my experiences.
Now, I will say, my issue with my ex in that was because of the time frame and what he's seeking after currently.
15 years.
Even with the cheating and hoes, and his hoes were all guys. But when you talk about when you talk about bisexuality, if you can label somebody heterosexual or homosexual, why can't bisexual be that person who likes both equally? Because that's just like saying I can't be considered versatile when I actually do
enjoy both.
Both, to the point where I said in an interview earlier with True Fine, I said, because he asked what was I, and I said I'm versatile, and he said, what is your preference? What do you like more? I said I can literally lay in a bed
and get fucked and fuck a nigga all in the same setting.
Yes.
Flip flop.
Yes.
You're so me.
Listen. So,
I just answered one of his questions that he was going to ask me.
How did you know I was going to answer?
I'm psychic.
So I shared with him that, not that example, but what I did say is I can lay there, I have a desire for sex, and literally stall because I'm not sure if I want to top or bottom. Like, I literally have that
I'm
fight.
I'm going to always want to top for real, because who wants to clean themselves? Period.
Well, some people
get off on that.
That's not. No.
I'm gonna say
some people don't have to do that process the same as others.
Yeah, but anyway.
I can guarantee you, I have proof. People have given testimonials. My God,
on your show.
My ex was here, and he literally told my business, and he's like, I could not understand how he's dated hundreds of people, and I have been the person that he has been able to have sex with any time of the day, wherever, whenever, and there not be a problem with feces.
Interesting.
And he has literally said that almost in every video. They're gone now, but and all of my sexual partners, exes, can verify that. But I think that stems from what I eat, the timing that I eat, knowing my body.
You definitely have to know your body. You have to know what, when, and where, and why.
Yeah, because reality of it is, if this is gonna sound disgusting, but if I have diarrhea, I know that's not the moment to do it.
Right. I get it. It's about knowing your body, but still though.
But I will say,
who wants to get fucked every 5?
Some people do.
Yeah, some people do. I'm not that guy. I do it to please whomever I'm with. It's not something that I really seek off of. And then again, one December night at 3:00 in the morning, I'd be like, "Ooh, baby, bust me down," because I'm in the mood. But I think every I'm not gonna say every. I think a lot of gay men feel like that every now and then. Hey, yo, bust me down, baby. But then again, that same December night at 3 a.m. in the morning, I could be like, ooh, that thing wet. Let me get up in that thing, you know what I'm saying? But then again, that same December night, I could be like, baby, just give me some head, or shit, let's just jack off. So it's like, I'm really the definition of a versatile man. I enjoy everything.
I just said that. I literally just said that only a few hours ago to True. I was like, I am the poster child for versatile man.
Yeah, like,
Yes.
I'm not gonna sit here because people. This is another thing. People think that if you're a top, you're this big masculine man. And if you're a bottom, you express effemininity. First and foremost,
The church is gonna be so tickled.
And some of these niggas that I done boxed with claim that half the niggas I done boxed with be straight. And some of these little gay boys that I done boxed with claim that they tops and that they all of this. That doesn't mean anything. You have to be comfortable with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be able to identify with who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what you will stand for and what you won't stand for. And that goes back to the relationship talk that we just had and getting out of a relationship and learning from that relationship and learning what you will stand for, what you won't stand for, what you want and what you don't want. So same thing with the sex shit. The liquor's starting to fill now because I'm talking a little different.
Well, at this point, I'm about to shut down our game because the church is going to love this video or game, but they'll be like, it's so damn long. So you're going to have to come back.
I mean, you can always invite me back. And clearly, I was on time tonight, too. So I can 5 minutes.
I was going to say, I wasn't complaining about the time frame, but...
I stopped at Waffle House.
Oh, yeah, you did. Actually, you when you reached out to me, it was at
7:40.
Yep, at Waffle House.
And I was really right around the corner.
Yeah.
But when I walked in there, I have this... I'm like a pregnant woman when I walk into certain places and they have smells. I can't stay in there.
I can't.
And Waffle
gosh.
House has a this particular Waffle House had a really greasy, smoky smell. It smelled like fried chicken, and that makes me want to throw up.
Oh, this is why I could never work at a fast food place.
Yeah. So I walked in there, and first and foremost, I had to pay for parking because we're downtown. So I had to park around the block. And when I walked in there, I was walking in and out the door, placing my order because the smell really makes me want to.
I know.
And so like
I'm gagging at the similarities that you and I have.
I literally walked in the car and doused myself with cologne and then doused the car with cologne because I can still smell it. And I don't like the smell. The smell really makes me sick to my stomach. And so when people ask me like, yo, can we fry chicken at your house?
I was getting ready to say that. I was gonna say I was getting ready to cut you off to say I hate when people fry chicken. I will not come to your house.
So like I'm okay with people frying chicken in the garage.
I'm not coming to your house because
it's a big difference. It's a big difference. The garage is not in the house. You go to the garage. I have a deep fryer in the middle of the garage. When it's time, you can go in there and you can close the door. You never smell it in the house. I do not like fried chicken. Are you sure? I'm so serious because I've done it plenty of times. My house never smells like fried chicken. I feel like it gets into your couches that you spend so much money on. It gets into your clothes.
Your coat, like I get pissed off.
That.
Like,
and I feel like when that gets into your clothes, I'm so self-conscious that like when people hug me, I always want to hear, oh, I like the scent. What is it that you have on? I never want to get like or you know what I'm saying? Because that's one of my insecurities.
We are too damn similar. So it's ridiculous.
I'm always very conscientious of the way that I smell. I'm very conscientious of the way that I look. Granted, I have on athletic
Did you like my
wear.
fragrance when you came?
I did. I didn't say anything, but I did. I didn't want to give you too much now. Because when I came in, I was like, oh, this is nice. And I didn't want to be like, ooh, you smell good too. No. But, you know, I just am very conscientious of the way that I look, and I'm very conscientious of the way that I smell. Even when I leave the house, I line my beard up. When I leave the house, I shave my head. Because I don't want to come off like, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't want to smell like fried chicken.
That is the worst. Like, I've been so disappointed when I go to somebody's house.
Like alcohol, though.
Well, I can't smell that on you right now. But,
I'm just talking, but yeah.
But yeah, fried chicken is the worst. I went to someone's home for Christmas last year and they fried chicken while we were sitting there. I had on I'm not even going to go say what kind of coat I had on, but I had on a coat. It don't matter if it was from
anywhere,
a cheap store. It was a coat and I had to wear it for the winter. I literally just pulled it out because I think it didn't get cold till later on in the season last year. And I literally pulled it out for Christmas. and had to send it to the cleaners the next day because of the fried chicken smell.
You want to know another thing that I've learned to start doing though, because I'm not even a fan of fried chicken. I can fry some chicken boots. Right? There's no shade. I'm from Decatur. I can fry some chicken. And I do like this little milk wash too with the little egg batter. It's so dope. But I do not like doing it because I don't want a smell to linger. And sometimes it takes too long. I mean, if I'm really in the mood, if I'm at home, I got some chicken in the freezer and the kids want some fried chicken and I don't want to go nowhere, I'll go in the garage and fry some chicken real quick. But if I'm having like a Thanksgiving dinner or a Christmas dinner, I would really Publix some chicken down. Call Publix and put it in an order for 20-piece fried chicken.
That's better than doing it at home.
And I will have it picked up at 1:30 when the party starts at 1 o'clock, just to make sure that it's fresh. So when everything else is ready, I'm going up to the store real quick to get two bottles of wine, getting the chicken, coming through the back of the house, putting it like I've cooked. I'm not gonna front. Everything else will be cooked that I've done, but the chicken.
So you're a really good cook.
I can cook. I can cook.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to cook for me one day, even if it's not on camera, so I can let the church know if
we can definitely do like a stuffed salmon with some mac and cheese, asparagus with some shrimps on a skewer or something like that. If you want.
Okay.
That could be 10-10. Like a spinach stuffed salmon with like the cream cheese and the feta cheese. That'd be so good.
all things that I love.
I actually was gonna make that last night. That's why it came to my head really quickly, but I went to the grocery store at 7 o'clock at night and I was like, I just don't feel like doing it. Ended up getting crab legs instead. But yeah, we can definitely do that.
Alrighty, well, I was going to take us back into our game, but we're about to be on about an hour and a half of this. I won't even call it an interview.
It was a discussion.
It was more conversation that's being filmed. So please, I feel like there's so much people want to know about you, but we're going to bring you back.
Let's do, we're at 10:17. We can do 5 minutes.
Okay, let me just check. This is going to all stay in the video because,
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at my phone really quickly.
All the notifications?
Jesus, you think I'm important?
You are.
Like somebody loves me. They love me. They really love me. Let me stop.
Okay, you're a horrible actor.
I really am.
But
I'm an okay host though, right?
I told you,
Yeah,
yes. Especially for your first time. But we're gonna do. You said you want to do one more, maybe?
Not of this. I was saying like people wanted to get to know me, and I want to make sure that everyone does have an understanding of who I am, despite the conversation that we had.
Yes.
So if you have any questions,
I don't have specific questions, but I think we want to know what it is that you do, like in reference to that was your first time hosting. So, what is your brand?
I don't know what my brand is, honestly, because I'm not really trying to do the public thing. I've done the public thing. And
can I say something very important?
Yes.
Once I was informed of who you were.
But who am I, though? That's the thing. And this is, look, the face. You see the face? Who am I? Because that, to me, and the reason why I say that is because that was who I was, and that's not who I am.
But what word did I use? What did I say? Say my sentence. Say it. What did I say?
Go ahead, you got it.
Once I was informed of who you
were.
Exactly. Who you were. One of the reasons why I had to continuously ask your name, I did not want to be offensive and call you the wrong name. Because your name... Thank you. People swore I was being shady towards you. They were like,
you know what? I didn't think that you were being shady, and I'm so sorry. I really didn't think that you were being shady.
No.
Actually, when I posted it on Instagram, I thought it was funny. I'd be like, oh, look at Ty being shady. And then I really didn't think
but somebody commented and said, girl, you know his name. I'm like, no, I don't. First of all, I didn't want to be disrespectful and call you the wrong name because I wouldn't be pissed off, but it's still, depending on where you are in your process, you don't want to be labeled your ex's name.
Right.
And then because...
I can't believe you did that. But yeah.
And then you have your name as, here we go, perfect question. On Instagram as Trey. Who is Trey the boss?
Well, uno, dos, tres, Trey is known in the Spanish language as number 3.
Okay, I said I speak in tongues in English. I do know some numbers.
So Trey is 3, and I was somebody's boss at one point in time, and they used to always call me boss.
But what's the 3 come from?
Trey, uno, dos,
Yeah, but
tres, Trey. Trey is just. Trey,
I get that it's
Trey for black people is 3, which is 3 in Spanish. So like you be
No,
like,
I know.
1, 2, 3, and I am the 3rd. And I told you that earlier today. I said my dad is the 2nd. I'm the
you're
3rd,
right.
and my son is the 4th. So I call myself motherfucking Trey, cause niggas know Trey as being 3. So Trey. And then motherfuckers used to call me boss back in the day. So I say I'm Trey the boss, nigga. Trey the boss. And I ain't want to spell it B-O-S-S. I wanted to put a play on words. So I want to do B-A-W-S-E. Trey the motherfucking boss. You can follow me on IG and on Facebook. Trey the boss. T-R-E-D-A-B-A-W-S-E.
I was going to get to that.
You saw I did that though, right? Don't leave me.
I was going to get to that. But I love your explanation of it, and that was probably one of my most important questions because what I said was, his name on Instagram is Trey, so of course I would get confused.
Who the fuck is Trey? No,
wait, ask Ja. I said Ja. His name on Instagram is Trey. Why is it Trey? He was like, it is. I said yes. He was like, but I think his name is Caleb. I said, but it says
It's
Trey.
definitely Caleb. My name is Caleb.
But then when I found out, like I said, who you were, and I'm like, okay, I do remember hearing the names together.
Now you understand why I don't want to be Caleb, but I am Caleb, and you know I'm definitely Caleb. But I'm just me.
It's
and
still
I wanted
connected,
to
yeah.
make sure that it was definitely me because I have been called boss, like for real. At my old job, people used to call me boss. They was like, hey boss, boss. And I was like since 09. And then I had other family members and friends who would call me Trey because I was the third. And they'd be like, Trey. What up, Trey?
I love stuff like that.
So I thought of the two and I'd be like, Trey the boss. Because I used to go by my middle name instead and be like, my middle name, then the boss. But then I was like, I'll change it up a little bit because I wanted it to be me and I didn't want to bring anything actually to me. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, I work in corporate America.
Okay.
So I didn't want anything to be tied
connected to
what my real name is other than LinkedIn.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you allowed for us to extend, well, not allowed, but suggested that we extend for 5 more minutes because you pretty much answered some of my most important questions in the
definitely
5 minutes.
Thank you for having me and talking to me about this stuff. And I hope, Ty, please tell the congregation, please don't take anything that I said wrong. I'm really just speaking from my experiences. I really am not trying to badger anyone. I don't want no drama.
Not badger, you mean bash.
Bash, badger, offend, insult anybody. I just kind of like...
I'm going to warn you right now, since this is not your thing. Not just don't read the comments, but I'm going to warn you. I have said those exact same words time and time again, and people still.
They see the little 30-second snippet, and the 30-second snippet is about a whole different subject.
Yes.
Than what it is really about, and people take what you were saying and think that you were talking about somebody, and you really weren't talking about them. And then they make it into something that isn't it. But anybody that I was talking about tonight has been in the most positive way. Right.
Yes.
Have I said anything negative?
No.
Okay.
Not in my opinion, but like I said, we're similar. So I'm the wrong one because I would have said what you said and still got bashed, and I'm like, I'm confused because I didn't. That wasn't my intention, but it is what it is. You have to take the good with the bad.
But you did ask me about what my brand is.
Yes.
Right? And I was saying, so I don't have a brand.
Yes.
I'm just being me. I'm just being on social media and having a good time and playing and connecting with friends. And that's the true, that's the honest truth. I have no ultimate goal. Okay. I don't care about followers. I don't, I just really get on social media and have a good time.
You do have fun on social media. I actually enjoy
fun time on social media.
Your social media.
What I posted earlier today?
I have to kind of like distance myself a little bit.
You don't have to
because I don't want to like become I don't want to become Spanish, So I kind of like stuff here and there.
Yeah.
Take a break.
I totally get it. I'm the same way. But
I mean, now that we've had this moment, I'd feel more comfortable. But if I didn't, but to not like know you like this and to have these kind of conversations, I'd be like, I don't want
now
to.
you feel like you're my friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Although I take that word very seriously, though.
I do too.
Oh, okay.
I do too.
Okay.
And if you disappoint me as a friend, as a matter of fact, I actually want to read this.
Okay.
And this has nothing to do with the conversation that you and I are having.
All right.
But it has a lot to do with what I think a friend is. Hold on, I gotta go to my photos. It's all right, you can look if something pop up. You know, shit ain't that you ain't never seen before.
I mean,
damn, that was today that I screenshotted it. I said friend rule. If I introduce you to someone and y'all become cool, cool. Now, if I start fucking with that same person you became cool with because of me, that means y'all hoes are enemies. If y'all not, then ho, we enemies. I'm just saying, fun fact, 2015.
I'm telling you, we're so similar because
So, that's how I feel.
about the loyalty thing. I don't play.
That's loyalty. That's how I feel too. No, I'm not trying to drag this out any more than it's already been dragged out.
See,
Right, so wait. Okay, look.
it's already
That's
long
how I
because
feel.
we agree on too much. So this is already a video for disaster because people are going to feel like it's biased, even because
This is the first time you and I have actually sat down and we spoke.
Literally.
So you see how I said that? That's
literally.
That's just the chemistry that you and I are having. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. That's all good. We're still rolling
Connected, yeah.
and connected. So
And I've tried my best not to look at this little display of me that's right here. And I've been trying to look right here, but it's very hard to see. Oh, wait.
we had literally just stopped. So I had to say that all over again. And what I did say, if it stopped, what I said was the church is now going to want to ordain you.
Or anoint me. Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Well, you didn't know what an ordination was.
Well, I didn't, right. And then when you started to explain it, I was like,
Anoint, yes, you,
Yeah.
because they already love what I bring to the table. And the fact that we agree, have similar stories. They're
Would be
going,
love.
Yeah.
Would be love.
Yeah, the church.
So now you all know that I was not being an asshole when I first met this guy. I was not being stuck up. I was not.
But it was so weird. But it was so weird to me because literally how you behave, how you responded, and how you carried yourself is what I normally do. And people say the same thing, and it was like almost our elders who called you out. I'm like, wait, y'all bishop does the same thing.
So I do have a question though. In an instance like that, and I don't mean to keep dragging, in an instance like that, what do you do? When someone comes up to you and you want to pay respect, and you really do not know who him or her is or are, because subject verb agreement. You
got a little education.
Yeah. So you don't know exactly who that particular person is. What do you do?
I'm the wrong person because I'm still trying to figure out how all this works because I grew up very sheltered, and so I don't necessarily know how to respond, what to do. I do know I come across a certain way, but it's also from not being exposed to large groups of people regularly. I mean, church stuff, yeah, but it's still a tad bit different because.
But I feel like I am. I feel like I have been exposed to a lot. But I focus when people are talking to me is that I don't want to offend people. I really don't want to offend people, and I want to come off as humble as I possibly can. So when you came up to me, and I did not know your brand, I did not know who you were, the first thing I wanted to do is like, yo, I'm sorry, no, I don't know who you are, and I don't. And then you were like, well, I don't know who you are, but we were being funny.
Yeah,
we
was
were
being
being funny. We
yeah.
were being funny. That's why I did. And I was like, well, shit, I ain't nobody to know.
Yeah.
For real. And I keep saying that now. I'm like, I ain't nobody to know. And it was just like, I felt like you were coming from the same place that I was coming from. And I was like, well, look, girl, here got my information. What's your information? Me and you, we could do something.
But see, I think people also don't keep pieces of a puzzle together. I didn't receive you that way because we had already been playful even before that moment.
Right,
so like
you
you jumped in when I was filming with Charlie sitting on the sofa.
Yeah, we had conversation in the back. Yeah.
Yes.
With my best friend and everything.
Yes.
So it was like, so shout out to my best friend, man. She's so fucking cute.
Seems like a great personality, like sweetheart.
I'm trying to tell you, I haven't known
she saved you in that moment.
She really did.
Not only
and then I
she was like,
I
I
know
know
her, and I was like, well, why the fuck you didn't tell me? Now, mind you, I talk to her every day. Like I know I sounded so drunk when I was like, "This is my best friend." No, this is my best friend. Nah, nigga, this is my best friend.
That moment I was confused because I'm sitting there looking like, I get it. I got
Well,
that
no,
part.
I say that because I say that because she is.
Well, I get it now because when you shared today
is.
about your family and then them
Yeah, like
bringing her in,
I've known her
it's
since I was like a little boy.
Because
And
people use
I think it's even because people use that as a crutch. They use that best friend as a crutch, and I have a lot of best friends.
But that
I'm not
really
even gonna
is.
I'm not even gonna sit here and say that. Like I do have a lot of best friends, but Keena
is
that's the creme de la creme.
Day one. That's
my
the day
that's
one.
my bitch, and I'm her nigga. I'm her husband. That's my wife, and she's married, and I'm her wife's husband too.
Oh, she's married?
Yes. If her wife calls me right now at whatever time it is and says, "Caleb, I can't do this right now. I need somebody to come over to the house." You know, I will stop everything that I'm doing, legit, and go over there, and that's for both
That's
of them.
sweet.
I just clean their gutters because they couldn't go on the roof.
Oh,
That's
so
the kind of nigga that I am with them. So
So
like,
you're a gutter cleaner.
I'm a man. That doesn't mind getting fucked at 3 a.m. one December night.
Oh gosh! All right.
Anyway, yeah.
We're done because
Yeah.
we're done.
Cut.
All right, so please follow us on all social media outlets. Comment down below in the comment section.
Say your name too, so I can at least put it on my page when you do your post. You know, I mean, when you
Say my name.
I mean, when this is your
Say my
shit.
name. Say my name.
I'm just saying, like, when I get the little snippet, so I can make post about it too.
But why do you need? I am Bishop Ty, aka TaiCouture, aka at MrTaiCouture. Why do you need this here? Why you just need to know how to tag me in it, right?
Yeah, I can tag you in it, but I don't know. Look, maybe
Because
that is the alcohol.
Because how are you? Where you can't move where I'm
Well,
saying
I mean,
it
but
now.
you would still send me snippets though, right?
But that's not going to be in the snippet. It's going to be at the end. We're going.
But this is actually a really little cute blooper though.
So you
when
want to
do
show
it,
this?
I can actually, you see
So you
how I
are going
staged
to
that? You saw I staged that. Look, everything. The kid's mind is like, you know what I'm saying? Look, the kid's mind is on 10-10, nigga. I got you. See?
Anyway, I think I was saying, please comment down below in the comment section because this has probably been one of the most fun videos I've ever done.
Has it really?
Yes.
I bet you that was all under a minute too. So when I post it on Instagram.
Let me finish. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, become a part of the notification ministry. Share this video, and thank you guys for tuning in. Bye, guys.
Share this video, like this video, love this video, comment on this video. Thank you.
Caleb.
Did you have a good time?
I did. I had a great time.
That's good. I had an awesome time too.
You're crazy.
We had good chemistry. You like
Definitely.
it? Yes.
There, I can see the church saying, when am I going to bring you back? Because they want me to film more with Charlie because we have great chemistry. Who else do they like? They love Gardini. I might have to invite you to my dinner with the faves.
I might have to come to Jersey. Fuck the bullshit. One day I'm in New York. I'm about to call you and be like, I'm here until Tuesday. Do I need to come?
That would be awesome. But I'm still going to come back here as well, even though I'm moving. So, yeah. Well, you have to, I guess, tend to your son and your
He's
child.
with his mom.
Oh.
What were you about to say?
Your children.
I thought you were going to say my chocolate.
I
call him chocolate.
I saw it in your phone when you showed them to me.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you saw that and you were bringing it back home.
No, I would never do that.
That's cool. That's cool. Between us, I mean, shit. Like,
We're still filming.